But somebody was in the field going, hey! And maybe, just maybe, somebody all the way across the field called back, hey! And then maybe, just maybe, because this is the blues, somebody got sad and said, go ahead and marry, don't you wait on me, because they were building that railroad that took everything across this great country. Go ahead and marry, don't you wait on me. Well, now, might now won't you win? I go free, might now won't you win? I go free, well, now. I think we're ready.
This afternoon, I got a couple things I've got to take care of. But I'm just going to quietly sit in the corner and listen and work and multitask. But I'm thrilled, and I'm really happy to be engaging in this project with you all, and I'm really excited to see what some of the outcomes are and what we learn from conducting oral history interviews with people over the coming months, thanks to the leadership and training of the Kleins. And it's great to see you both again.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you have a suggestion for how we should approach the dinner?
So you'll see. All right. Okay. Everybody getting up to eat?
Yeah. Thank you.
There's more out there.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So so great. I just was asked, but I'm very happy to do this, to introduce our guests this afternoon. You know, we're looking at this partnership as a chance to explore some different stories that have not traditionally been told here in the county, and to look at some of the challenges that occur around integration of the schools, something that I never dealt with, and I'm 42 years old, and something that you all didn't directly experience, but certainly we all still feel the impacts in some way, shape, or form. So I'm going to stop talking and turn it over to Mrs. Foster, and I hugged her when I saw her because I have memories of being a student in the Appomattox County Schools. And you know, she served in the administration and the principal position, and you didn't want to make her mad. You didn't want to mess with her. She ran a tight operation and a tight ship, so it was really, I got a big smile on my face when I saw her. So I think it'll be neat. You guys are in school right now, just across the way at the high school, and so I think it'll be really, I'm looking forward to hearing some of your experiences and stories. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
So we're asking you to be a sort of a guinea pig here today. We have a class going on. We have students from the high school. We have Park Service staff here. We have community people here. And we're studying how you interview somebody, how you create a space where people feel comfortable talking. So that's what we've been studying all morning since 9 o'clock. And so the important ingredient of any interview is the release form. An interview without a release form is like a starfish without a bicycle. You know, it can't do anything. That's not a very good analogy. But you know what I'm trying to say.
I didn't even get that.
This acknowledges that the interview is taking place. In a sense, she's giving permission to be interviewed. It says, I understand that today's recorded conversation and any other documentation that happens today may be included in a public archive of materials gathered for this project. This agreement in no way interferes with my full ownership of my material as performed or recorded in another setting. I recognize that I am making a gratifying contribution to the preservation and celebration of our region's cultural wealth. And so I'd like you to sign that form You can just sign it now, we'll fill in the rest of it later if you want. Carrie wants you to fill in the whole thing right now, I can tell that.
We usually do this at the beginning, and she's going to put in her full address, and we're gonna have a look and make sure. Most people forget to put in a zip code, and we're gonna ask that she do that so that we can send her the first copy of the recording.
She gets the first CD copy of the recording we're making today. And I'm using a little hard drive. It's not so little anymore. They make much smaller recorders now. But when I got this, this is a hard drive recorder, and we'll. Are you sure?
Yes,
And are you ready to talk a little bit?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So I'll turn this on. And adjust the levels. Okay. So would you please introduce yourself? Say my name is.
My name is Dr. Hestine R. Foster,
And your date of birth, please.
August 21st, 1930.
Okay. And if you would please start off, tell us a little bit about your people and where you were raised.
Yes, I can do that. I was raised on a farm in Charlotte County, Virginia. In fact, I was raised on my family farm. I'm the 8th child of 10 children, born to my father and mother, Harry and Bessie Robinson of Phoenix, Virginia. I attended my elementary school at Rough Creek, which was a 3-room school, and we had to, not only did we have to clean the school, but we had to bring wood and make sure the fire was burned and we were kept warm. We'd often in the afternoon, in the winter, we'd go out and go up under the school and pick up the wood and bring that in for tomorrow, for the next day. Our parents, we didn't have what you call the cafeteria like you all have today. The parents of the community would bring the food, and I often think about how many beans we would eat for lunch. And we had those beans and cornbread, and my mother would cook, and a lot of the ladies in the community would prepare the food. And then we would eat, make sure the kitchen is clean, and get ready for our studies. My experience in the, I guess I was in the 5th grade, and I had the opportunity to, well, I was promoted from the 5th to the 7th grade. I skipped the 6th grade. My teacher, she had me in the 5th grade for a while, and then she said, well, you, after in the 6th grade, she said, you can move on to the 7th grade. So I was really happy about that because my sister was in the 7th grade, and I had a cousin. I was getting ready to go to high school the next year, so I was real excited about that opportunity. I was born and reared on my, as I said, my family's farm. My father was landowners, and we were never sharecroppers, so I think that gave me a little more perceptive about how to get along with people.
Sharecroppers?
We were not sharecroppers.
Can you explain what a sharecropper is?
Sharecroppers is what you work on the white man's farm, and you would raise tobacco and whatever you had, and you would live on his place. They would furnish you the home, and you would work his farm along with your farm, and then at the end of the year, whatever you have left would be what you would survive on. And a lot of times the farmers only made enough money just to survive. They didn't have anything to put away or whatever, and then they would go right back doing the same thing the next year and the next year without anything that I would say that they could live off substantially.
Okay. Can we pause there just a second?
Okay.
Katie, I want you to come in. I want you to come and interview. Could you do that?
Well, we can sit there if you like.
But somebody was in the field going, hey! And maybe, just maybe, somebody all the way across the field called back, hey!